Nice to be here. Thank you very much. So yeah, my name is Simon, and I'm from Russia. So I'm sorry if my English is a little bit off. And I've never done this before either. But yesterday I was browsing on Reddit. Who doesn't know? It's kind of a social network for nerds. So basically, picking up any kind of social related advice there is a terrible, terrible idea. But yeah, I was browsing and I saw the advert and I thought, yes, I must come there and I must speak. And yeah, as you can guess, I was kind of drunk. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I didn't want to change this decision later. So as I said, I'm from Russia, and when you say it in other countries, usually they think that you drink a lot, like really a lot. Vodka, balalaika, you know. And that's, I usually don't, and I didn't really see that in person. You know, when in some bars you have like wall of fames where like contests on shots or something like that, and I remember I saw something wall of some ridiculous contests. It was like I think 100 shots or so in an hour or two. So that's basically translates to what, like 2.5 liters of strong spirit, and there were like 20 people on there, and not a single one of them was Russian. Not one. Usually, like, you know, Scandinavia, Denmark, not Russian. Right, but anyway, so the story, it's actually hard to pick one because, you know, when you want to tell something, you want to tell a good story, but for me it was always that you either are just not drunk enough to have a really good story from that, or you're so drunk that, you know, you black out or don't remember anything. Yeah, I guess a body mass kind of counts for such things. But anyway, yeah, it's hard to pick a story. I mean, you could always pick some story like, you know, like one time when I picked up a ladyboy in Thailand, accidentally. But you know, it's like, it's not even a story because pretty much everyone who's been to Thailand done that.
What's the better story?
Yeah, the worst thing in such things is that really, ladyboys there, they're just, they're like women on the outside, look like women, but just better because, you know, they take very good care of themselves, and you're thinking, wow, she looks great, and then you come to your room and then, oh fuck. Yeah.
And then what?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not gonna tell that story. Yeah. You could always pretend that you didn't notice that, yeah. You black out. Right, so so I would rather tell another story, which is actually kind of short, but anyway. So about half a year ago, I think, I was in UK on business trip, and when drinking there, which actually is a bit interesting because when in Russia there is such kind of an idea of an English or Irish pub, and it's usually a very posh, upscale places. So it's a really nice interior, very nice drinks, you know, good service, everything. But when I came to England and my co-workers invited me to have a few drinks, it was in Ipswich, which is somewhere on the southeast of England. So yeah, I said, yeah, take me to the proper English pub. And they did. And I come there and it's just like bare wood tables, nothing, self-service counter and a TV. And I thought, yeah, that's authentic stuff.
Any ladyboys?
No, not there. Yeah, I actually didn't really think. I think Thai is pretty much the only country where, you know, ladyboys are like normal. Yeah, there is no stigma, social stigma attached to them, and that's really fascinating, considering that it's like a third world country, really. Right. So anyway, about that story. On one of weekends, I went to London to have fun and everything. Absolutely great city for like cultural things. Loved it, and time comes to evening, and I want to have more fun, and I'm in the bar, and I'm having a couple drinks. So I'm thinking that it would be great to have a female company. And I'm looking around, and I notice something that almost never happens. A really nice-looking girl alone, sitting at the table, obviously has nothing to do. And I thought, yeah, this is my chance. So I quickly have a couple more drinks, which actually doesn't make much sense, because when you are not very, how would you say it, sure of yourself, not much self-confidence, you often drink, but actually it would make much more sense to make other person drink more, right? But for some reason that's not something we do. So yeah, I quickly have a few more drinks, and by that time I'm pretty much drunk. So I'm on that border between, the totally conscious state and blacked out state. And so I come to her, and at the bar counter, and I say, "Hey," and this "hey," it's like you say like, "I'm a rich investment banker, and I'm very handsome and smart too." It's a look of promise, And obviously, being fairly drunk, you think that they will immediately see that you indeed are all of those things. And she says, "Yeah, hey." And at that point, something very, very strange happened, which never before happened in my life at such a moment. I realized that I can't speak. And it's not like, when you meet someone very gorgeous or very important, you sometimes say that I was speechless, I was stunned. And that's not exactly true, because that's you're not being able to speak to that particular person. But what happened to me was that I forgot how to speak. It's like,
Oh, you had a stroke.
It's like when you sometimes think of a language, and sometimes you think like words stop having meaning. Like you think, take for example a cat, right? So you think that's a cat, but then you think of it and you think, yeah, that's that thing on 4 legs that goes around and says meow meow, right? And why is it called cat? I mean, it's an absolutely arbitrary sound, right? If anything, it should be called meow, because that's what it speaks.
You drink too much.
Yeah, right. So
He's watching. He can't.
right. So I can speak, and I basically say and she said, "Oh, so sorry. What?" And I can't get for love of it, I can't get anything out of myself rather than and there passes a couple minutes of my and her looking at me like that, and thank God she didn't think I have a stroke or didn't call an ambulance or something. That wouldn't be very good. And I have absolutely no idea how she didn't tell me to fuck off, because that's, you know, that I guess that did look very weird. So yeah, after a couple of minutes, I finally realized that yeah, now I know how to speak. Yeah, I remember that. So I apologize. I say yeah, I'm sorry. I just was weird and something happened, and yeah, you know what? I probably better be going now. And she looks at me with the same look which says, what are you? What are you doing here? And what the fuck, really? And I think, well, why? I mean, I'm explaining myself. I'm apologizing. What's wrong now? And then finally, I realized that I just said all that in pure Russian. And yeah, I just walked off. Thank you very much.